Hey y'all, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Tiara and thank you guys so much for coming to watch me and listen to me yap. If y'all can't tell, I do have my costume on. Can you guys guess what I am? I'm a cheerleader. This is my outfit. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the top is like, well, this part's red, this part's blue, and it's like a red like skirt type of thing. Anyways, it's so cute. Like, I seen it at the store and I was just like, this kind of gives like, I don't know, I just like the colors. Like, I tried on like a few different costumes and I like the Riverdale Halloween costume, and I was like, like I really liked it when I tried it on, but I don't know. I just feel like I went with this because like I like the colors, and there was only one of these costumes, so I was like, might as well be different and just get this. Plus, it was like on the cheaper side, and you know, gotta be smart, you know. I actually had wanted to dress up, like I actually wanted to like dress up for like and do like videos and stuff like that, because I love when people do stuff like that, and I like dressing up and stuff, if you guys didn't know. So I really have wanted to do that, but until I like get my until I get like some sponsorships and stuff, and like, you know, until I get sent some costumes. I mean, I might try to do it next year, maybe, but I just don't want to buy like a whole bunch of costumes. So I decided to just like pop your collar, pop your collar. I decided to just like get this costume and hey, whatever. This is going to be the costume that I wear when I go out. So like, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so I will probably drop this on Halloween. I was gonna record it on Halloween, but I feel like it's gonna be super hectic. I'm supposed to like go out with my best. I feel like it's gonna be hectic. We're going out in a different state and we're going to stay in a different state. So like, I just feel like it's just gonna be a lot. So maybe I can record some videos then. If not, then I'll just record this one and probably a couple others. But anyways, let's get started. As always, or as of recently that I started doing this, I have my handy dandy laptop and I took notes on here. Yeah, so there's so many different videos that I was thinking of doing, but I think that I am going to do this one video of basically why they have to team up to take you down. I remember when I was working at this job, and it was a factory job, and honestly there was like so much drama there, and it was horrible. Like, I would be cool. I was a very quiet person, which I still am. Probably not on my YouTube, but like in real life, like I'm actually a really quiet person. So like I was very quiet. And I don't know, I just wanted to keep work professional. And I had begun to become friends with these girls. They were kind of new, and just like a whole bunch of drama they were kind of new, and like, I don't know, I should have known, like, because of the way they were versus the way that I was, that it just wasn't going to work out. I decided to like, you know, be cool with them. We went out like once, And like at first, like they were like cool, they were good friends. I don't even want to say good friends because in the end they weren't, but like they were cool. Like I was getting to know them and stuff. And then later down the line, and I might do a story time about this, I might not, but later down the line, this girl, like she, one of the friends, she basically like, I just might do a story time about it, but basically she ended up like really not liking me. Like whole time I think she was jealous of me for one. Um you know, at first she started calling me really pretty and all this other stuff. Like I was talking to this guy and she was like, oh, he has like a girlfriend or he has somebody he's talking to. Let me see what she looks like. And she seen a picture of me. Mind you, she this was before we became friends. And she was like, oh, um, she's really pretty. Like, how did he get her? He must treat her like a princess and all this other stuff. Then I start, well, I was already working there, but then she started working there. And I, you know, gave her and this other girl, which was her like best friend, gave them a chance to be friends. And they like, mainly the other one was like a follower, honestly. Um, the one that was like, oh, she's so pretty and stuff like that. She basically went berserk and basically she tried to fight me. She even like she was like stalking me. Like, mind you guys, I'm not a fighter and like I definitely wasn't fighting or any of that stuff. Like um I was never like a fighter growing up or anything like that. Like, and if somebody like had a problem with me, I just wouldn't talk to that person or whatever the case is. And but this girl was like insisting on like trying to fight me, and this girl was like way taller than me, way like bigger than me, like, and I think that she tried to like use that to her advantage, like try to fight me in that type of way, like, you know. And then not only that, but like she found out like where I was and stuff. And mind you, nothing crazy even happened. Like she just I just said something I guess that she didn't like, and which it wasn't rude or anything like that, like, but basically she just went berserk. That's how I knew she was like jealous of me in the first place, because I never like actually did anything to her. And as soon as like a like disagreement or something happened, she went crazy and she wanted to fight me, and she was stalking me. She like I vividly remember going out with like a group of friends and like some people or whatever. And I was driving, like it was a lot of us, so we were in different cars. I was driving and a couple other people were driving, and my friend, she knew about this, like, but she didn't work with us or anything. And this was a friend, like, we were really close and stuff. Like, I was her maid of honor at her wedding and everything. Like, we were super close. And so she knew about everything. And she was literally stalking me. She pulled up to the house that it wasn't even like my house, it was like a house that I was going to. And, like, I guess she was just looking for me that whole day. Like, and my friend had called me because she got there before me, because mind you, it was a group of us. She called me and she was like, oh, don't come, don't come, just keep going or whatever the case is. So and so's here and she has a bat, and her and her mom is here, and like she's trying to fight you. She was trying to fight me and the girl like that I was friends with, but the one I was friends with, she wasn't like, she was trying to fight her, but she really, really wanted me. Like, she pulled up with a bat. Her mom was there, and she, like, I'll just say, like, her mom. I'm not gonna say anything negative, but I'll just say, like, her mom was, like, egging her on to, like, fight me. And, like, she brought, like, a bat and everything. Like, it was crazy. Like, it was insane. So mind you, I worked with like this girl and her friend or whatever, mind you, but I was working there first. I had worked there for like a couple years before they even worked there, maybe a few years before they even worked there, because I had worked at that job for a very long time. And yeah, so that's just a little backstory on that. And out of nowhere, like, I had a friend, I called her like one of my best friends or whatever. I'll just name her Bree, and I'm pretty sure I named her Bree in other story times or whatever. And Bree wanted a job. Now, she had other jobs, but I guess at the time, like, she wasn't working, and I was working a factory job. And I am not a fan of I'm not a fan of having like friends and family and stuff work with you, because I feel like it just causes problems. It may be an exception if like it's a work from home job or something like that. Then okay, it's not like you guys see each other or whatever the case is. But for the job that I was working, it was already a lot of drama. I was talking to this guy. He was like, I had got him a job there because he needed a job, and his grandma asked me to get him a job. So I got him a job, and he got in there. He started acting a fool. He started talking to all these different girls, like right in front of my face. And this guy claimed that he liked me so much, wanted to be with me so bad. And initially, I didn't like him like that, but I ended up giving him a chance, and he basically screwed me over. So I was dealing with that. I was dealing with this other girl who didn't like me, who was like berserk, and then her friend that was just her follower friend, and she would be talking about me too. I mean, they would be talking about me so hard, to the fact that they would get sent to the office for talking about me. Like, and I wouldn't even be nowhere near them, but they were just talking about me heavy, real bad. And it was just like, they just basically tried to make this work experience horrible for me. I don't know why they didn't get fired. I feel like the job itself, like, they needed people and stuff. Like, I don't know, they needed people, but they didn't like want to hire people who quit without a 2 weeks and stuff. So they needed people, but they were very like stuck up. So like, yeah. But basically, yeah. And then there was also another girl who had came there, and she just talked to me like in a rude, mean way, and I didn't like that. I gave her a warning about that, and she still continued to do it. So I basically cut her off silently, and she didn't like that, and she turned around and started trying to date the guy that I was dealing with. Mind you, she knew about him. She knew everything about him. She would always be like, yo, your boyfriend, this and that. He smells good. Oh, his jacket is like in the closet, and he just smells so good and stuff. Which, why would you say that anyways to like your friend about a guy that she's talking to or whatever? Or even if like they're not in a relationship at that time, why would you say that, you know? And so this girl that I said was, a best friend of mine's or whatever. I mean, this girl, we were friends in high school. She would come to my house. She would like stay the night on school days and stuff like that. And my parents are not like the type of parents that will like really let people stay the night on school nights, or even let me stay the night anywhere on a school night, even if we go to the same school or whatever the case is. Like, there was people barely staying the night as it is, and I was barely staying the night at people's house as it is. So it's like, it's I'm really like begging for you to stay the night, because you're begging me to stay the night, and I'm begging my parents to let you stay the night. Also, she had a smart mouth too, and other friends would like see that. I hope I'm not confusing you guys. You have my best friend that I'm no longer best friends with, but for the sake of the story, the best friend was Bree. So like, yeah, Bree's not her real name. I'm just using that as like, a name to say. So Bree Bree ended up, I told her that I didn't want, like, it was a lot of drama, it was a lot of stuff going on, and I just didn't want her to work at my job. On top of all the drama that was going on, I just felt like I didn't want her to work at my job. I don't like working with friends or like people I know already. Like, I don't like that. Like, I actually had got a cousin a job there, and I was taking her to work every day. All this stuff. She stayed at my house every day so I could take her to work because she didn't drive or anything like that. And then one day she just turned on me, like at that same job. So it was also her against me as well. And you know what? Like, and literally, there was no reason for her to turn on me. I did nothing to her. It was just ridiculous, you know? So you have all these people not liking me. And I just really didn't want, you know, Bree to work at the job because I just, not anything against her. I also didn't mind helping her look for other jobs. I just felt like that was just like a personal boundary for me. Like, you know, also like, you know, she already has a smart mouth. Like, I don't want you getting smart with me and pissing me off, and like, you know, we work together and stuff. But you know what? I love this person because we have been friends for so long, and like we spent so much time together. Like, and when I tell you, like, she had a smart mouth, like, she would even get smart with, like, my mom from time to time. And it pissed me off because I'm a very nice person and my mom is a very nice person. But I also knew that Bree just talked like that. Like, she just had a mouth out of this world. And so, like, it got to the point where my mom even told me, like, oh, no, she can't come over anymore. But then, you know what? Like, I would just be like, oh, that's my friend. That's my best friend, this and that. Like, she didn't mean it like that. Like, that's just how she talks or whatever. Like, making excuses for her. Mind you, so many other people didn't like her that knew me because they didn't like the way she talked to me. And also, they didn't like her just because they didn't like her. You know, she had a smart mouth. In high school, she would get in a lot of fights and stuff. So you got somebody who's always getting in fights, friends with someone who's never getting in fights, you know? But yeah. So basically, I'm trying to like hurry this up because like this is like a story time in an advice video. So yeah, basically Bree went against my wishes. She put me down as a reference, and even though like a lot of like all these haters was at this job, my bosses knew that I was a really, really great worker. And so since she put my name down, they're like, oh, let's hire her. She is friends with Tiara. Let's hire her. And so they hired her, and I was so annoyed, but I'm like, whatever, she's here now. So, you know, I'm going to try to enjoy this time working with my best friend, Bree. You guys, basically, Bree had a boyfriend, and Bree was interested in this other guy that we worked with. This other guy and my supervisor, my like the supervisor that was over me, because I have like upper supervisors, but this supervisor was like over me, and the supervisor and this guy that Bree liked, they would flirt together. Like, she didn't like that. I will admit that the supervisor was like doing a lot and like calling him babe and just like doing a whole bunch of stuff, like weird stuff. With she even did that with the guy that I was like talking to, like dating or whatever. And I even expressed my concerns to her, and I'm like, look, you know, like, because me and the supervisor, we had hung out outside of work. So I had expressed my concerns to her, and I was like, hey, can you not call, I think I named him Guy One when I did like some story times or whatever, which was also the guy I was talking to. Can you not call guy one babe. Like, that's kind of weird to me. And we're supposed to be friends. Even though you're my supervisor, we're supposed to be like, you know, some type of friends. She was older than me. She had a son that was like older than me. And then she had a daughter that was a little younger than me. But I was like, yeah, can you not do that? Like, if you don't mind, like, and I was so nice about it. And instead of her taking what I said and saying, oh, this actually hurts her feelings, or she's like, this makes her feel uncomfortable, she started doing it even more. And it was so awkward because I worked with her, like directly with her every day. And I'm just like, oh, so you're a weirdo. But also, like, like, if you did anything to make her mad, she would purposely put you on certain things that nobody wanted to do. Like, she would basically torture you and make your life a living H word if, like, you know, if you said or did anything to piss her off or make her mad. So with Bree, I tried to explain, like, you know, I don't know what to, like, Bree was telling me don't talk to her because she was mad that supervisor was flirting with the guy she was dealing with. And, you know, whole time she's in a relationship, but I didn't, you know, not saying you should do that. Clearly you shouldn't do that. But, like, what can I do about it, you know? Like, this is my supposed best friend. So, you know, what can I do about it? And what am I going to do about it? Nothing, because this is my supposed best friend. So, like, you know, it's not my place to go tell her boyfriend or anything like that. Like, you know, the most I can tell her is to not do something. But if she's gonna do it, then she's gonna do it. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it in the comments, okay? So yeah. So she was mad about that. She was telling me, oh, if she talks to you, just put your head down, just don't talk to her, whatever the case is. I'm like, what do you mean put my head down? Like, so she's talking to me, supervisor's standing next to me talking to me. She wants me to just doing my work, not talking to her, ignoring her, knowing how this supervisor is. And until I get out of this job, I'm not going to put a target on my back. I'm just not. So I don't know, either stop talking to the guy or have the guy put up some boundaries or whatever the case is. I don't know, like, but there's nothing I could do. I mean, I told her to stop doing that with the guy that I'm talking to, and guess what? She's doing it. So, like, only difference is that guy that I was talking to or whatever, or, you know, thing with, he was trying to talk to all the whole, everybody in the job. And, like, other than that, I mean, I did stop talking to the guy on that level or whatever. But yeah, like, she was doing that to him. And I have known this person for years. And I known the guy for years too. Since I was like 13, I knew him. And obviously, we were old enough to work at that job. We were over 18, so I knew him for some years. So what exactly do you want me to do, right? She got mad. Mind you, Bree is somebody that I have kept in my life for so long. And I let stay the night over my house for so long, just simply because she didn't want to stay at her house. Anytime, like, people would say, like, oh, I don't like the way she talks to you, she's so mean to you, or whatever the case is, I will always defend her. I will always stand up for her. A lot of the time, I wouldn't even tell her that people are saying this because, like, I don't want to hurt her feelings. Like, you know, like, Bree basically got mad that I was not sticking up to my supervisor about the guy that she was talking to. And she turned around. Mind you, she knows all these other people at this job don't like me. They're jealous, they're mad, they're trying to talk to the guy that I'm talking to, which by the time I had stopped talking to him, but I'm going to be honest, this person was somebody that I felt like I could call on whenever I needed to. So, like, honestly, if I needed him for something or whatever the case is, like, I would call on him to help me. And that may be like toxic or whatever. I don't know, but I would call on him to help me, and he would. Like the one time I needed help moving, and guess what? He did. And basically, I guess he was supposed to go on a date that day. I don't know. I didn't know. He didn't tell me any of that. He just came over and helped me move. So basically, all the girls that he was talking to, they knew he was like, and they were intimidated by me because they knew that he loved me. I mean, I don't even want to say that, because did he really love me if he was doing all that, you know? Um, I'll just say that they knew that he cared about me, and if I wanted him to do something or whatever, like, he would do it. So they weren't intimidated by each other, they were intimidated by me. Um, but yeah, so she knew that all these people didn't like me or whatever the case is. And she even said like some things about them. Like, I will say, when she did come there, she did have my back, and she didn't like how they were treating me. They were basically trying to bully me. She didn't like that. And also, you know, she's a fighter and stuff like that, and she has a smart mouth, so she's going to use it. And um they were like, she said some of the craziest things about these people, mind you. And she's like yelling it. It's like a whole bunch of drama. She's like yelling it throughout the factory, and they can hear her. Like, they can hear her. She's calling this girl an elephant. She's calling this other girl a skeleton. She's saying whatever, however she can describe somebody in a mean way, she's saying it. And honestly, I felt bad because like some of the stuff was like kind of horrible to say. Like, you know, people can be like insecure about how they look. People can feel like they're too skinny, they're too fat, they're too whatever. Whatever she felt like was going to get to them, she was going to say it. And a part of me obviously did feel bad. I wasn't saying stuff like that. But also, it's like, these people are talking about you every day. They're literally trying to bully you every day. And if she wants to say something to stand up for you, you know, she came in here, she's trying to stand up for you, then she's trying to stand up for you. She's going to turn around. She turned around, got mad that I would not stop talking to my supervisor. Mind you, I was not talking to my supervisor about her. I was not talking to my supervisor about her. I wasn't talking to my supervisor about the guy that she liked, which I was also cool with him too. I wasn't talking to my supervisor about that at all, because my supervisor knew at the end of the day, even if she didn't like Bree, she knew that Bree was my best friend. So like, you can't say anything to me about her because, you know, she's my friend. So yeah, like, but it was very hard to like deal with my supervisor. And I told you not to come here anyways. So, you know, none of this would have happened if you would have listened to me when I told you that I didn't want you to work with me. It's already enough drama. You see what happened when I brought my cousin in here. She started not liking me for no reason. But when she got her license and she started messing with somebody at the job who could take her to work every day, she started disliking me. And for no reason, I never did anything to her. She started disliking me and talking about me like the other people, like literally trying to call me fat and all this stuff, like basically trying to bully me. And I'm not even lying, you guys, this cousin is like 10 years older than me, literally like 10 years older than me. And I know age is not like that important, but like, you should be more mature to not do stuff like that. Like, you're bullying your little cousin. Like, literally, I wish I could like explain to you guys, like, she was so mean to me. After, like, randomly so mean. But you know what, a lot of these people, they were just jealous. And honestly, God don't play about his kids. So I'm just gonna say, if you think you're going to bully somebody, if you think that you're going to bully somebody and get away with it, you're not. Not on God's watch, you're not. It may not, it may look like you're getting away with it because that person is not saying anything back to you. That person is not like, you know, that person is not like retaliating in any way. That person's just being quiet, doing their job, and you're steady bullying them, steady saying stuff to them. You won't even ask them, like, you know, you won't even tell them, like, what's the problem. Like, you won't even say, oh, I feel this way, or whatever the case is. Like, and it is just so weird to me how you can do somebody so dirty that has helped you. You got this job because of me. You get to work every day because of me, and I let you stay at my house. And not just me, because I was staying with my parents at the time. They let you stay at my house. Whenever someone talks about you, I'm always sticking up for you. Because with this cousin, I'm not gonna lie, there was things that people could say about her that was true. But I was not letting her get talked about. Like, even if the things was true, I was definitely standing up for her. But for some reason, she was obsessed with me, obsessed with not liking me like everyone else was in this job. People that I did nothing to. There was this operator, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was just like so cute and like charming. And I never really like talked to him though. And I never really like worked directly with him. And then the one day I did, and Bree had actually told me, Tiara, don't talk to him like that. Like, don't be nice to him because he's always talking about you. Like, he's always talking about you in a negative way. Like, he's saying you're the worst employee and all these random things. You guys, he's saying that I was the worst employee, but like, the supervisors will always call me to do something that somebody else couldn't do. Like, always. Like, somebody else would be crying because they can't do something or because they didn't want to do something. And guess who the supervisors would call to do it? Because they know that I could get the job done and I wouldn't be crying about it and I wouldn't be, you know, whatever. I was just going to do it. I wasn't going to try to get out of it or whatever the case is. Like, you know, and I was freaking great at my job. I was great at my job. And my supervisors told me that. My bosses, they told me that. They told me that. Like, you couldn't deny it. You couldn't. Like, and this operator was talking about me, jumping on the Tiara hate train. The Tiara hate train. And I literally did nothing to this person. Can you imagine, like, how hurt my feelings were to know that, like, this person that I kind of adore, to be honest, like, they're just so cute to me, and like, they're charming. Like, I like that. I don't know, like, I just like this person. Like, he was cute, he had these like bright blue eyes, like, I don't know. And he just absolutely hated me. And I believed Bree, you know, like, obviously I believed her on that. And also, like, I said something to him. I was like, when I worked with him the one day, like, I didn't say she said it or anything, but I was like, so you think that I'm the worst employee? Like, it was something that we had to do one-on-one. Mind you, it's a job that they called me to do because nobody else could do it. And I was doing, like, you know, working. I said, so you think I'm the worst employee here? That's what you said? Like, and he was like, he was so shocked and stunned. And I'm like, and he didn't know what to say. He started stumbling over his words, talking about, I didn't say that. People have their bad days and their good days. No, you said that I was the worst employee here. But look at me now, doing this job that nobody else can do. Absolutely nobody else can do this job. And you're talking about I'm the worst employee here. I never even really work with you. This is one of the first times, if not the first time, that we're working together. But like I said, they want to get on the Tiara hate train. The Tiara hate train. Because when you're a chosen one, when you're powerful, when you can stand on your own, people know that you're going places. They know. They can see it. Y'all, guess what happened with Brie? She actually ended up, basically, she wanted me to come over her house the one day and she wanted to talk, and I'm just like, okay, I'll go talk to you or whatever. And I was hanging out with my one friend that one day and I was like, hey, can you take me to Bree's house? She want to talk about something. She was like, oh, she can't talk over the phone. She wasn't saying that because she didn't want to take me over there. She was saying it because, like, it was weird. I also thought it was weird. Basically, when I went over there, Bree basically just wanted to cuss me out and basically tell me I was a bad friend and how she would have fought for me and all this other stuff. Mad because I will not stop talking to my supervisor. Because I won't, like, at work, I won't put my head down and stop talking to her. Like, before I could even say anything, she just, like, went upstairs and told me to get out of her house. It was crazy. Like, you would think that I did not barely know this girl the way she was acting towards me. Like, the way I let her, basically all of our senior year, she stayed the night at my house because she did not want to stay at her own house. And I'm just like, you know what? Like, I knew her mom, I knew her siblings. Like, it was just crazy the way she treated me. Not only that, you guys, not only did she just not do that, obviously I wasn't talking to her after that. She was gonna have to apologize to me. And guess what? Not only did she not apologize, guess who she was hanging with? The person she called a skeleton, the person she called an elephant. All these people that she was saying crazy things about, she was hanging out with them. They were hanging out together to try to hurt my feelings because she know that they didn't like me, and they just was like, I don't know how it happened. I think she went to them. It had to happen like that because they didn't know, like, that we weren't friends or whatever at the time. Like, how could they? I'm not telling my business at work. Matter of fact, you shouldn't even be at my job. Why are you here when I told you don't come here? She decided to do that and be friends with them, go out and stuff with them, whatever the case is. And I'm just in my mind, I'm just like, what person in their right mind would start hanging out with a person that was calling them all these names, being so mean to them? I mean, obviously she was defending me. That's why she was calling them all those names, and they were talking about me and being mean to me. So, like, I'm not gonna, like, say, oh, why did she do that? I know why she did it. Like, because, like, she felt some type of way that people were doing this to her best friend, trying to bully her best friend. But then it's like, when I don't do something that you want me to do, like when I don't want to put my job in jeopardy because you want to talk to this boy, it's like a problem. It's like, oh, now I'm going to link up with all the people that don't like her. Now I'm going to talk about her and stuff like that. And not only that, like, I was not fazed. Like, I did not care. And I'm just like, it's almost like I knew that I was going places in life, which I still know that. And not to say that they aren't going places in life, but, like, I don't even know. I'm not trying to be mean. So I'm not gonna say anything. But, like, yeah, like, they will be super obsessed with you. Obviously, the way that Brie was so mean to me and stuff, like, when we were friends, like, it wasn't like it was clear that she obviously didn't like me and was using me for, like, a place to stay because she didn't want to be at home and stuff like that. It was obvious. And it seems like she just needed a reason to, like, turn on me or try to make me be the bad guy because, like, she didn't want to do it. She couldn't do it. It's almost like a boy trying to break up with a girl, but he doesn't want to do it. So he's like treating her horribly so she can break up with him. You know, it's kind of like that type of situation. And honestly, I just like continued working, whatever the case is, and just ignored them, you know. And I remember being friends with this girl. Like, there was some people that came in, and it was this girl, and she started working there, her sister started working there, and her mom started working there. And I'm not gonna lie, everybody like I know I did like a story time about her, but I forget like what I named her. Um I'm just gonna like say Samantha, but that's not like her name. So yeah, Samantha, she came in, her sister and her mom, and me and Samantha clicked like so fast. Like, that was my girl right there. Like, and you know, she I think people were so mad that I had a friend there, because they're like, oh, um, why, you know, why does Tiara have a friend here? Like, you know, like, we're all against her. Why does she have a friend? We're all trying to be against her. Girls, guys, it doesn't matter. Cousins, best friends, ex-friends, operators, it doesn't matter. People she doesn't even really work with, it doesn't matter. They are all trying to gang up on me because I'm a chosen one. And they know that. I they know I'm a chosen one. And I have come to the realization that I am. And when you're a chosen one, people aren't going to like you. They're going to gang up on you. Like, they're not going to be able to explain it. Like, they're going to be obsessed with you. Like, and they're going to try to recruit people to dislike you as well. And that's exactly what they were doing, recruiting each other. Whole time they don't even like each other, but the fact that they all didn't like me is where they was like, okay, let's bind together. Let's all hate her. Let's all dislike her. Let's all be mean to her. Let's all bully her. Let's all go out and make her feel bad. Like, let's try to make her feel left out. Let's try to make her feel like, haha, this used to be your best friend and now she's hanging out with people that, you know, don't like you. Like, they all try to do that. Even, like I said, the operator, you know? So anyways, Samantha starts this job, and like, I start talking to her, telling her things about me. She's telling me things about her, and I'm not really getting into the drama aspect of the job. I don't know. I knew I was going to leave that job soon anyways and go get something that was paid more, and that I did that, paid over twice. I got paid over double what I was making at that job. And you know what? It's crazy because like, certain people would try to go to that job I went to, and they would either get fired or not be able to get the job. But, and I'm not like saying that to put them down or whatever, but these are the same people that tried to bully me and try to make me feel bad. And they think that they're going to just slide by in life. They think that karma's not going to happen to them. And it even tells us in the Bible, um, karma is real. And you cannot sit here and treat people any type of way and then think that, oh, you're just gonna slide by in life. And even if karma doesn't get you, it's gonna get your kids or it's gonna get your grandkids. And I'm not wishing this on anybody, but it literally says that in the Bible. Like, it's gonna hurt you in some type of way. That's why it's important to be nice to people, be kind to people, live life in a good way, you know, treat people how you want to be treated. Because when you have a kid, you just don't know, you know, you just don't know. And I'm not saying that as in wishing it on anybody. No, I don't wish bad things on anybody, but it's just the truth. Karma is a real thing. And like I said, some of those people tried to get the job that I got, and they either immediately got fired or couldn't get the job. But yeah, so Samantha came there, and you know, me and Samantha were close. We were having a good time. People hated it. They hated it, you guys. Like, they were literally telling her she couldn't stop by and talk to me. They were literally being like so hateful towards her. And they weren't as hateful like towards her sister or anything like that. And I knew that like they were making it seem like, oh, we don't like the way she talks to her mom. We don't like the way she whatever. And I'm just like, no, you don't like her because she's my friend. And even though one day Bree, she was working with Bree, and Bree told her, hey, watch hanging around Tiara because she's a fake friend or she's not a good friend or something along those lines. And Samantha came up to me and was like, oh, Bree said this about you. Like, why would she say that? Whole time, like, I'm not really talking about like drama and stuff like that because I'm not a drama filled person, but these people are obsessed with me. And Samantha could see it. She could see it. And I was like, girl, like, we used to be best friends. Like, she used to stay the night at my house and stuff. And she came to this job. I told her not to. And basically, she was mad because, and she knows who the supervisor is, and she knows how she is too. So she immediately understood. She immediately understood. Like, and like, I was like irritated. I was like, you know what? If you want to believe what she say, we don't gotta be friends. Like, I don't care. Like, you know, I detach so quick from people. Like, it doesn't matter if we've been friends since birth. Okay, it doesn't matter. Like, I honestly cut a friend off that I was friends with from birth. Like, and it doesn't faze me anymore because the only person I need is Jesus. Like, I don't need anybody else in this life. And Jesus will bring the right people into my life. Like, he's not going to take something away and not give me something better. And the same for you. Like, he's not going to remove something and not give you something better, you know? I don't know if you guys seen like this meme, but it was like a little girl and she wanted a teddy bear, and it was like a small teddy bear, but she was like crying for it. She wanted it. It was basically a little girl and she wanted this bear, and it was like a little bear, and behind Jesus's back, it was like a huge bear, you know? And she was crying over this little bear when Jesus has this huge bear that he wants to give you. And that's kind of like how it is in life, you know? Like, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Like, those friends and coworkers, I'm no longer friends with these people, and like, my life has moved on so much, like, and these people still think about me to this day. Like, I even had a friend, Bree even like invites people to this day, like, that's close to me, like, and like related to me, invites them to like parties and stuff like that, and they know like about everything that happened. And I'm just like, and these are like close relatives. Like, I'm not gonna say exactly who they are, but they're like close relatives, and I'm just like, now why are you doing that? And it's just like, okay, like, I even like kept her, like, at a certain point, kept her on Instagram for a while because like I felt like, okay, maybe she wants to apologize and stuff, even though she's not the apologizing type. Like, you know, look what she did. Like, you know, she went out with people that hated me. She befriended people that hated me. She's telling people not to be my friend. New people, by the way, new people that start this job, and I start talking to them, she's telling them that. And newsflash for her, me and Samantha were friends years later. Like, years after she told her that. Like, you cannot control that. Like, you cannot try to, like, that's what they'll do though. They'll try to recruit people to, you know, even the girl who, the one who like tried to like fight me and stuff like that, the jealous one who tried to like use a bat on me or whatever the case is. Like, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus, but you know what I'm saying. Like, she tried to like do that stuff or whatever. First of all, when that situation happened, I had people protecting me. literally, and I'm not even lying, her own cousin protected me, that I didn't even really know her that well. She protected me. She fought her because she was like, you're not touching her. You're not touching her, and you're not touching the other friend. And she basically fought her own cousin to protect me and the other girl that I was friends with too. And I'm just like, see, like, you cannot play with God's children. Like, you think something's gonna go, like, why? What amount of hate in your heart do you have to try and do that to somebody? And I'm the type of person, I'm calling the police. You're going to jail, okay? Like, I don't play those types of games. Like, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna anything. Like, you're going to jail. Don't even try it with me. Like, they don't care. Like, you know, like, and even that same person, there's another friend that I have or whatever, and we're really close. She's another best friend, but I don't like to talk about her that much. Like, I don't really introduce her to people and stuff like that, but like, we're very close. So, but not a lot of people know about her, but like, she knows about everybody, but not a lot of people know about her. And basically her mom worked with her at their job or whatever. And mind you, this is years later. Like, the girl has kids and everything. And she's like she told, like, my friend was like, oh, you know what? Is this the same person who, like, basically was trying to bully Tiara and do all this stuff to Tiara? Mind you, this is my best friend who has known me for years upon years upon years. So she knows about all that stuff. But those people don't know her. None of these people know her. And she was like, oh, she asked her mom, is that the same person? And she was like, oh, she's friends with Tiara. And she was like, oh, basically, tell your daughter to watch out for her. Tell her to watch out for her. She's not a good friend, or she's fake. She might seem nice, but she's really not nice. Or I don't even know what she was saying. Something along those lines. And honestly, I stopped listening at a certain point because it was just like, blah, 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 blah. Like, and I'm just like, how years later she's still like trying to recruit people not to like me. I have been friends with this person for years. I mean, years. If we were gonna fall out, I'm not saying like fallouts can't happen. You know, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. I'm not saying that fallouts don't happen later on in friendships, but like, I have known her for years. You're telling her this, you're trying to tell her mom to tell her this, like, and maybe she doesn't know that we've been friends for years, but honestly, we have been friends for years, like 10 plus years. And you're trying to recruit her. You're not gonna recruit her. Like, that's what they do. They recruit people because they can't stand on their own, and they need a group. They need a group. And you know what? Those people are so low vibrational. And I'm not trying to speak negatively, but most of the time, these are people who aren't going anywhere in life. They're not even going to be able to touch the door. They're not going to be able to get near the doors that are going to open for you. I feel like this is getting a little long, so I want to give you guys some other reasons why people have to team up to take you down. So, one of the reasons is that your energy is too strong for one person to handle. A lot of the time, like, people feel your presence, like the moment you walk in somewhere. They can feel your presence. Like, it's like, especially like if you're a chosen one, like, the bright light just shines, like, it just radiates. And it's like, they know they can't take you down, just them alone. Like, especially like, you know, people that are not confident in themselves and stuff like that. Like, they know that they can't. Like, a lot of the time they don't be confident in themselves. A lot of the time they be envious, jealous. the girl Brie, like I told you guys, she used to be mean to me sometimes, and she used to randomly bring up things about me, like my eye color. And she used to be like, "Oh, every time I see a black person with colored eyes, they have your colored eyes." And I'm like, "No, they don't." First of all, mind you, my brother, he has like greenish, bluish eyes, and I'm like, "How do you explain my brother? Like, you know, what are you talking about?" And she's like, "Oh, you're just naming one person. There's another girl I know, and her eyes is different than me and my brother's eyes, and I was friends with her at the time, like really close friends." And I'm like, "Okay, what about her?" And she was like, "Oh, you're naming two other people. I'm talking about everybody." I'm like, I don't know that many people that actually have colored eyes. Like, I really don't. Like, some people I'm related to, a couple of people I'm related to, but like, even even if they do, who the heck cares? Like, you are obsessed with people's eye color. Like, you're obsessed. Like, and later down the line, guess what she was doing, you guys? Guess what she was doing? She was wearing contacts that were, they weren't exactly my eye color, but they were like maybe a little darker or whatever. And I'm just like, you're just giving it away. Like, you're jealous and you're giving it away. First of all, you're socially awkward. Why are you speaking on somebody's looks who didn't ask you? You're jealous, you're upset, you're obsessed. That's why you went and got contacts. That's what you should have did in the first place, instead of trying to make somebody else feel bad about features about themselves. Like, and I wasn't even the type to like brag about anything or whatever, but honestly, don't let somebody make you feel bad for liking the way you look, because of whether you brag about yourself or whether you don't brag about yourself. People that are not confident in themselves, they're still going to find a way to try to make you feel bad and be obsessed like with you. Another one is that you're a mirror that they don't like looking into. So a lot of the time people remind you of what they want to do in life, or what they wish they could do, or how they wish they could be. You're an outgoing person. People wish they could be an outgoing person. Um, it's easier to hate you together, like as a group, than individually, because they want some type of validation, like, oh, even though she hasn't really done anything to anybody, it's okay to hate her, and they need somebody else to agree with them, you know. So they're going to find multiple people that hate you, and they're going to team up with multiple people that are jealous of you, or even might be an inch or a little bit jealous of you. And they're going to take that and they're going to be like, you know what? We got our group. We're going to make her feel bad. We're going to recruit anybody she used to be friends with, even if they done said the worst, horrible things about you. We're still going to befriend them so we can all hate her together. Ain't that crazy, y'all? Like, people could be literally doing so much other stuff. They could be learning new hobbies, getting a degree, um, traveling the world, meeting new people, leveling up, learning an instrument. They could be doing anything. They are more focused on hating you than leveling up their own lives. A lot of the time, they hate that you're confident in yourself, and you don't even have to like say anything. You don't even have to like it's so weird. Like, they hate it. Like, they hate it. Like, even if you don't say anything about, you know, hold on, let me put some lip gloss on. Even if you don't say anything like to show that you're confident or whatever, you could literally you could be getting ready with your friend, and y'all could be getting ready together, and you look in the mirror and you're doing your eyebrows, or you're doing your whatever, you're putting some lashes on, and you be like, "Oh, I like these lashes," or whatever. They will despise you for that. "Oh, I like the way I did my eyebrows today." They will literally despise you for that. Like, they'll be like, ugh. Like She thinks she's so cute. Like, they be so mad, y'all. Like, can you imagine, like, the way people are so mad and jealous as it is? Could you imagine if you actually flaunted yourself? Could you imagine if you actually held your head high and was like, you know what, I am the ish, I am that girl, like, to downplay myself anymore? Y'all, they would lose their minds. They would lose their minds. Like, they know your potential, they know what you have, and they want it, and they're mad that they don't have it. They're mad. Like, let's move on. Another one is that they need validation to feel brave. They cannot stand alone, so they gather other people to co-sign their feelings, and it is going to be insecurity disguised as unity. So you got all these insecure people, and they think because they have numbers, like, that they can take you down or something. Like, whole time, like, you're standing strong and you have God on your side. Nobody can take you down if you have God on your side. That's what I'm saying. You don't need nobody but Jesus. Like, Jesus got you, and he's going to put people in your life that deserve to be in your life and that want to treat you right and actually add to your life, and not, like, you know, throw little jabs here and there. Like, people know what they're doing. And I used to be the type of person that was like, oh, people, you know, they just say things and they don't mean it, or like they're not actually trying to make me feel some type of way. Like, I remember this, I had this best friend. She was my roommate. I actually did a story time about her, and I called her Roomie or something like that. Turns out, like, she had admitted to me, she admitted it to me like years later, but our whole friendship, like, I just felt like something was off. Like, she was nice, like, she would do nice things, like buy me things sometimes, but like, she would say crazy things sometimes. Like, she liked somebody that I was related to, and I don't even know why she even thought this far. I mean, I guess I think sometimes, I don't know. I used to think far ahead with a crush and stuff too. Like, oh, you know, we could get together, we could get married and stuff like that. But I feel like for me, it was usually somebody who, like, also had interest in me. Um, but like, she had a crush on somebody, and this person, he was light skinned and he had colored eyes. And she would say little things like, oh, and I know everybody's eyes is colored, y'all. I know everybody's eyes is colored. I'm just saying, like, he had lighter eyes, like lighter than like the normal. And so she said the one day, she was like, oh, you know, she said that she wanted she liked this person, and she said that she said that when she had kids and stuff like that, she doesn't mind having a light skin kid with, like, she doesn't mind having a light skinned son with like bright colored eyes or whatever, bright eyes. But when it comes to her daughter, she wants her daughter to look like her. She doesn't want no light skinned daughter. She doesn't want no light skinned daughter with no colored eyes or no light eyes or whatever. And like, I was just like, whoa. In my mind, I'm just like, why is she saying this to somebody who is on the lighter side and has like bright eyes? Like, obviously I'm not like the most light-skinned person or whatever, but like, I could just tell that like she was trying to throw jabs at me. And I'm like, but no, this is my best friend. She's just saying that just because she wants a daughter that looks like her. You know, she's dark-skinned, she has dark brown eyes, she wants a daughter that looks like her. You guys, later on, she admitted to me that she was jealous of me and all this other stuff. And honestly, it really hurt my feelings that I felt for her. Like, I was sad that she felt that way. I was sad that she like had self-hatred and all this stuff. But like, also, like, she had abused me in the friendship, and I feel like she did like little things, like spent money sometimes to make it like look like, okay, I'm not doing this, like I'm gonna trick her, whatever. But basically she admitted all this stuff to me. Like, I was shocked, y'all. And we was friends for years. Like, we was the type of friends that would be on the phone and like be on the phone for like hours, just doing stuff in our day. Like, sometimes we wouldn't even be talking. Like, that, we were that close. Like, I loved this person, and I'm just like, oh, okay, so the stuff that you was saying before, you were throwing jabs at me. Like, I why would you even, I mean, genetics work, you know, all kinds of ways, but why would you even get with somebody, which she didn't get with the person, she just had a crush on the person. Why would you even get with somebody and say that you don't want your daughter to look like this, but you want your son to look like this? Like, you don't care if your son looks like this, but for your daughter, this and that. Well, then maybe you shouldn't. I'm not, like I said, so don't get in the comments acting crazy. You can get with somebody, it could be two dark-skinned people, they could have a light-skinned baby with bright colored eyes, bright eyes, or you can get with two light-skinned people, have a dark-skinned baby, or whatever the case is. Like, genetics work all type of ways, but I don't know, I just feel like you shouldn't actively get with somebody knowing that you don't want your kid to look, you know, a certain way, you know. It just, and then you're saying this stuff out loud to me. Like, clearly you felt a type of way. I tried to look past it because we were best friends, so I thought. But at a certain point, she couldn't take it anymore, and she just told me everything. She told me how she felt. She basically hated me. She told me I didn't do anything wrong to her. It's just basically her insecurities and how she felt. And I ain't gonna lie, you guys, I tried to continue to be friends with her because I love this person. Like, I was her best friend. She was my best friend. Well, she was my best friend. I wasn't her best friend or whatever. But, like, yeah. And it didn't work. It didn't work. She already told me how she felt. She even told me while we were on the phone, she even told me how, even though she's saying this stuff and she's saying sorry, she still feels in her heart like she don't like me. And she's jealous and stuff. And I'm just like, wow. So don't think, oh, if somebody's doing something, you know, don't just look past what people do. People know what they're doing. People know what they're saying. People intentionally say stuff. Like, they know what they're doing. They're trying to hurt you. They're trying to hurt your feelings. They're trying to make you feel some type of way. Y'all, I might do a part 2 because this is getting kind of long. So another one is that you don't play their games and you don't get moved by like gossip or like fake friends. Like I said, like when Bree went out with those people who didn't like me, I didn't feed into it. I kind of just like giggled to myself, like, girl, you're you don't got no sense, they don't got no sense, and y'all just all don't got no sense together. Like, why would you even do that? You know, that is a dangerous game. You've been talking about these people for how long? You don't know how they're going to react to that. You know, these people didn't even like each other. Matter of fact, the two of them fought. Two of the people in the group, they ended up fighting. Like, and these were people that were teamed up, that were so close, that was on the hate Tierra train, but they didn't like each other themselves. Like, it's just so dumb. Like, but yeah, they're mad that you don't play their games. So like, they try to team up, like, oh, if we didn't get her this way, let's combine. And you know what? If Samantha would have not been my friend or whatever after what Bree said and start like joining forces, guess what? I still wouldn't have cared. Like, you guys have to master detachment. You have to be okay with losing anybody at any point, like any friendship or whatever. I'm not saying it won't hurt your feelings, but I'm saying like, it's important that you're able to let people go. The only person you need in your life is Jesus Christ, and he is going to make sure that you have everybody that you need and everything that you need. Another thing is that they mistake your silence for weakness. So when all that stuff was happening, you guys, I was so quiet. Even before Brie came to the job, I was just like so quiet, minding my business. Like I was not thinking about them. I was in school. I was like doing so much other things. Like I was not thinking about them, thinking about my next move, thinking about so much other stuff. And they were sitting there stuck on me. So they had to try to add people in and add people in so that maybe I could feel some type of way. Maybe like, oh, maybe if the whole job is against her, she'll feel some type of way. No, you guys, I won't. I don't care. I really don't. And a lot of the time, those people are miserable. They don't have a lot going in life. And a lot of the time, they don't make anything of themselves. Like, I'm not trying to sound mean or anything, but like a lot of the time, that's what happens. Like, they think that huddling together, creating a lot of noise is going to finally get a reaction out of you, and it doesn't. It doesn't, and it didn't. Because I didn't care. I'm just like, okay, y'all are crazy. Like, and this job, like, I don't know why nobody was fired for bullying. I mean, that job was horrible as it is. I don't recommend anybody applying to a factory job. Factory jobs are not good for your mental health at all. Like, even if you do go to a factory job, don't stay there for like a long time. Like, make that like a stepping stool job. Like, this is your step to help you get to where you want to get. um don't stay there because they're very, very toxic. They work you like crazy, especially if you're like super pretty or like handsome. Like, they will hate you for it. Like, they will hate you. They're gonna act like you think you're better than everybody, and you just be in there doing your job, minding your business. Like, the other thing is that you're standing in power and you're all alone. Well, really, you're not alone because you always have Jesus. That's why it's great to be close to Jesus, so you can always have him. I mean, the Bible says that he will never leave you nor forsake you, and I am a strong believer in that. I know that for a fact, and that's all you need at the end of the day. Like I said, he will provide who and whatever you need in your life. um, they cannot comprehend how you're standing alone and how you're okay, how you're still okay, although they're bullying you, they're saying stuff about you, all these people are turning on you. You did nothing to these people, and all of a sudden they're turning on you. They're mad at you, they hate you, they don't like you. There was some girl that started there. I didn't even really know her, and like I was cool with her, I was nice to her and stuff like that. But it was clear that once she got wind of people hating me and not liking me in that job, she literally jumped on the Tiara hate train. Mind you, I did nothing to this girl. I mean, she wasn't even there for that long. And also, she was talking to other people about me that did not work at that job. So, like, for example, my cousin had worked at Target, and obviously, like, he didn't go around telling people that he's my cousin. Like, he doesn't just talk about me, like, like, especially to random people. So she had got a job at Target as well, and she was just like, she just asked him one day, hey, do you know this girl named Tiara? And she said my last name, which, why do you even know my last name? Like, I don't even barely know you. Like, you're so obsessed. So obsessed. And he said, yeah, what about her? And she was like, how do you feel about her? And he was like, what do you mean? That's actually my cousin. What do you mean? How do I feel about her? And she was like, oh, well, like, how do you feel about her? She probably thought because my other fake so-and-so cousin was up at that job talking about me being so rude, so mean to me, like, obsessed with me for who knows why. Who knows why? These same people are talking about you, and you're literally crazy, crazy. Like, and people that have no respect. I let you stay the night at my house every single day until you like got yourself together, which took a very long time, by the way, a very long time. I took you to work every day. You should have some type of respect. If you don't respect the fact that I'm your cousin, your younger cousin at that, like you're more than 10 years older than me, and you're sitting here trying to bully me, and you don't even have your life together. How you got Everybody moves at a different pace in life, and I can respect that. But if you're going to talk about me, how on earth are you sitting here talking about somebody when you should be worried about getting your license? You could at least get your license, you know? Like, you're sitting here talking about somebody, your cousin at that lets you stay at their house. You have no respect for the fact that they is your cousin, and now you don't even have respect that they helped you in your time of need. You thought that wasn't going to come back to bite you in the butt. And let me just say, what did it say? The Lord will prepare. Hold on. I got to get it. When it says, you prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Psalms 23:5. I had to get that for y'all, because when I say you thought you were going to try to hurt me, just like the rest of these people, but you specifically this person specifically thought that they were going to hurt me and try to hurt my feelings when I had done nothing to them, talking to me crazy, causing all this crazy mess, like jumping on this Tiara hate train. Evil. These people were evil, you guys. They were obsessed. They were evil. And guess what? Every single one of their lives. What is that scripture I just read for y'all? Yeah. And I'm not like saying like, oh, obviously I'm not going to go into detail and talk about anybody's lives and like what they have going on in their life. But like, you cannot mess with one of God's children and think, especially innocent, who hasn't done anything to you, and think that your life is just gonna go great. Like, even if I'm not the one causing the karma, obviously I'm not going to, we're not supposed to do that, because just like God doesn't want people to mess with us, he doesn't want us to mess with our other, brothers and sisters. So it's not my place to like get revenge or anything. I'm not even that type of person, but God is going to make sure that you reap what you sow, I guess. Is that in the Bible? Y'all, I gotta read my Bible. Okay, well, I'm just gonna come back to that. But yeah, you guys, people have to team up against you because they cannot take you down by themselves. They can't even take you down as a group, but they don't understand that. But they will. They will understand it. And their little group, whatever, it's all gonna fall apart. Just like that random girl who came to my job and all of a sudden didn't like me outside of the job, asking people, random people, this is my cousin. She didn't know he was my cousin. We don't have the same last name or anything like that. She had no idea who this person was. I didn't have her on any social media or anything either. She had no idea who this person was, and she's literally asking people, do you know Tiara? What? What? You're actually cuckoo. Like, is you okay in the head? Like, I always say that. I probably haven't said that to y'all, but on a daily, I'd be saying that. Like, in real life, I'd be like, is you okay in the head? Like, Like, and he basically went off on her too. Now you look stupid, because unlike that other dummy cousin, he ain't a dummy. So, but yeah, you guys, don't worry about them haters. Don't worry about any of them, because they're going to get what's coming to them. And you are a threat. That's why they have to gang up on you. That's why they have to, oh, let's recruit people, let's recruit people. And I have so many stories like this. Like, I'm trying to hurry this up, you guys. One time, there was this friend who, like, you know what? I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that one. And I will probably either do a part 2 or something. So yeah, you guys have a safe Halloween. Have fun. Watch your friends, because like these friends, they don't be friends sometimes. Watch your friends. I hope you guys have a great Halloween and be safe. I know you guys are gonna look so cute in y'all little outfits. Pray, because you know, like, we can't stop nobody from, I can't stop nobody from going out on Halloween or whatever. Halloween is not of God. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for listening. I'm probably gonna do a part 2. I don't know if I'm gonna do a part 2 tonight, because I do have some stuff to do and it's already like 12 o'clock at night. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and listening. This video, I know, was so super long. I'm sorry, y'all. This video, I know it was long. I know it was long because it already says an hour, and I also did a video. I had to stop it because my alarm went off. So yeah. Have a good one. I love y'all. Bye.